Hey guys. Hey Samia. Oh, thank you so much. How are you going today? So there's 2 of you here now. I'm just gonna share the link to my Facebook page and wait for a couple more to join. And then we can get straight into readings. In case you didn't know, I do 1 card free, or like a little mini reading for $15. And the link is in the description box. So that's all you need to know, really. Copy. Oh no, it's the wrong link. Hey Greg, nice to see you. Hey Eleanor, let me know where you guys are from. So I'm in Sydney, Australia, and currently Australia has the federal election on today, so I think everyone's out voting. It's a pretty ugly election, this one. I'll be glad when it's all over. Similar to the Trump election, I guess. Yeah, things are getting quite heated here. Lord of Loneliness, thank you so much. Greg's from California, lovely. Beautiful place. Haven't been there in a while. Actually, I'd tell a lie. I did do a layover in LA back in July of last year, but does that really count? Thomas. Thank you, Thomas. Wow, I'm getting all the compliments today. Margot Robbie, she's a fellow Australian, and I do joke with people when they say that I look like her. I say that she looks like me, given that I'm older. So I was born first. She looks like me, guys. All right, I just shared my link to my Facebook. We've got 17 in here now. Guys, if you would like a message from Spirit, if you have a question, let me know in the comments. I do 1 card free, or if you want a more detailed reading, it's $15. You just need to check the description box. Hey, Tyler. So yeah, let's get started. The reason why I prefer PayPal over Super Chat is because YouTube takes like, I can't remember the percentage, like 45%. So it's, yeah, anyway. I might just have to remove a couple of people if they don't behave. Hey, Vedashri. Oh, thanks, guys. Okay. No, I don't have OnlyFans. Definitely not really my thing. Oh, guys, I'm blushing. I'm getting all the compliments. I don't know if any of my usual tarot followers are in here today. I don't really know how the YouTube algorithm works with these lives. So I'm just going to wait for reading requests, see how we go. Oh, it's going to be an interesting one today. Okay, Thomas, hit me with your question. I'm ready to get my cards out. Thanks, guys. Okay. Hey, Simon. So I'm waiting for Thomas's question. Let's go. Awesome. Sagi's in the house. We've got Virgo. Tyler wants a divorce reading. Yeah, I can do whatever kind of reading I do. Health, I do money, love. If you're looking at what's coming up in the next 6 months, if you want to know when you'll be moving, when you'll be promoted, anything like that. George also wants a 1-card reading, so I'm just waiting for Thomas's question. I wish to randomly know a story. I always had many struggles, but career. Okay, let's have a look. Thanks, Kenny. Let's have a look. We're going to use this deck here. Let's see, what is Thomas's life purpose? What does it involve? Let me just, Angels and Spirit, please show me, what does Thomas need to see regarding life purpose? What does Thomas's life purpose involve, please? They're showing me that you work better within a team. You know, like some people are better working autonomously, like me. I mean, even though I can be a team player, I prefer just to have a task, knock out the task, and not really have to deal with too many people. But for you, I feel like you thrive within a team environment where there's a shared or common goal. That's what they're showing me. But let's see if we can pinpoint what type of work. This is really interesting because, like, as I was shuffling, I was intuitively feeling the health field, something within health. I don't know if you're interested in the medical field, and I'm also getting nutrition. So they're showing me food. I don't know if you're interested in using food as a natural remedy. Let me know if that resonates with you. Okay, we're gonna have to put user on a timeout. There we go, that will sort that one out. Thanks for the like, George. Let's see. Oh, thank you so much. I don't know if I can like a message. But Dupe, thank you so much for watching. I always see your comments on my channel and I really appreciate it. Hey, Mickey. Danielle is here, Sagittarius. Okay, so for those of you who have just joined, I'm doing like a 1-card free, or if you're wanting a little bit more detail, it's the $15 reading. Just check my description box. And now my computer's doing something weird. That is strange. Never did that before. Okay, let's see. Hey, Nita. Healing love, Taurus. I need to do a Taurus reading. Jet C wants purpose. Let's have a look. What is Jet's life purpose? Please show me clearly. What does Jet need to see regarding life purpose? I feel like you're a problem solver. Yeah, look, they're giving me engineer and repairman. It doesn't matter, you know, the cards aren't gender specific, they're gender neutral. So I feel like you're really good at problem solving, fixing things, coming up with innovative solutions and complex systems. Maybe you're good with technology as well. Let me know if that resonates with you. Oh, that's so good. Healing love. Let me see if I can get you a general message. Which deck do I want to use? We're going to do a spirit message. Hey guys, thanks for joining. Ooh, wow, you got breakthroughs ahead. This is for healing love, 6-6. And you've got major changes on the horizon because it's like you've finally realized your true beauty and potential and you're no longer doubting yourself. So they're saying your prayers will be answered soon. So I feel like you're vibrating really high. Thank you so much for your donation. Let me see if I can get another message for you. We're going to use one of the decks that I've created. Hey, 10 of Cups. Oh, thank you. All right, let me have a look. Healing love. What does healing love need to see, please, Spirit? What does healing love need to see? What is the guidance, please? Okay, I feel like you've really worked on yourself. There's a card here that says the only work love requires of you is the work that you must do on yourself. Work on your heart, your mind, your behavior, your false notions about love that have caused the pain, confusion and despair that you believe or you used to believe had something to do with love. I don't know if that resonates with you. Hey, Butterican, I don't know what your name is, but thank you so much for your donation. I will pull a card for you in just a moment. Let me just do one more for healing love. Hey Carla from Wisconsin. Do you know what, I've actually been to Wisconsin? I went to Green Bay back in 2015 and I went to a Packers game. It was really cool. Okay, so healing love, you've got a time of confusion is swiftly coming to an end. So you've got clarity coming and they're saying go with the flow, because when things don't go as expected, trust the reroute. Okay, so I feel like with you uplifting your energy and going where you're feeling drawn to go, everything is looking up for you. I mean, you got the breakthrough card, so can't really get much better than that. So let me have a look. Eileen, thank you. Let's have a look at Eileen. Let's see, we're going to use Eileen. Do you have a question? You are welcome. Let me know, Eileen, if you have a question. And I'm just going to get some Palo Santo while I wait. You don't have a question, you just want a general message. Okay, let's have a look then. One moment. Okay. Who loves Palo Santo? I'm obsessed with it. All right, let's have a look. I'm going to start with the spirit messages. What did I do with them? I just had them. Here we go. Right, angels and spirit, please show me, what does Eileen need to see? What does Eileen need to see, please? I'm getting a pain in my neck, Eileen. I don't know if that's you. I mean, my neck is my weak spot, so it's hard to know if it's my pain or it's your pain, but it feels like it's just come on quite suddenly and it could be you. Thank you, Daryl. What does Eileen need to see, please? feel like you're quite hard on yourself. You've got a card that says you're doing your best and that is enough. They want you to focus your mindset on what you can control instead of what you can't. Remember that any difficulties you face will not last forever, so release the thoughts and feelings that don't feel good. And focus all your energy on love, happiness, and your hopes and dreams. They want you to remember that the world is your oyster. Elevate your thought patterns so that you can attract abundance into your life because you are what you believe. I also want to get a card from the manifestation cards for you. Okay, let's see. Bill, I do all sorts of readings about health. If you've got a legal matter, I can see what the outcome's going to be. I do timing. So when are you going to be promoted? When's your next relationship coming in? Love matters, everything, you name it. But it depends on your question. So if you don't really have a question and you come to me with just wanting a general reading, you're going to get a general message. So just so you know, that's how it works. Oh, thank you, Thomas. Thank you so much. So back to Eileen. What does Eileen need to see? What is the general message for Eileen? You were born a creator. So remember the last card, it said you are what you believe. I want you to start telling people. So just for example, if you want to be a singer, you need to start telling people I'm a singer, not I'm trying to be, because then, you know, it's always a day away. You're already a singer. You know, change that label based on your circumstances. But you were born a creator. You are here on this glorious planet endowed with this wonderful power to create your life. There are no limits on what you can create for yourself because your ability to think is unlimited. Okay. Okay. Hopefully that helps. All right, guys, if you're wanting a card, let me know. You're welcome, Eileen. I might just pull one more card for you from this deck here. What does Eileen need to see, please? Hey, Barack, nice to see you. What does Eileen need to see, please, Spirit? I don't know if someone around you has passed from a heart attack. That's what I'm picking up. A heart attack in the family. Don't panic if it hasn't happened. I just feel like it's someone who's passed over. What does Eileen need to see, please, Spirit? What does Eileen need to see? This could be in relation to relationships. Oh, your father. Oh, that's so sad. I'm sorry that you lost your father, but he wanted you to know that he's around you, okay? It could have been him. Before he had a heart attack, did he have a pain in his neck? I don't know if that makes sense, but just let me know. This card says, all pain comes from what we feel we need and the fear that our needs will not be met. So identify what it is that you need and then give the energy of it to the person that you need it from. Let me know if that resonates with you. I hope that that was helpful. Okay. Okay, let's have a look. You're welcome. Wondering when my court case will end. Okay, let's have a look at timing for Carla. Just 1 second. Angels and Spirit, please show me. Oh, we got victory for the court case, but I feel like you're still going through the discovery process where you're seeking documents or information from the other side, possibly. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Eileen. You're the best. I feel like this court case is creating a lot of anxiety for you. Hey, Luca. Let me see. What does Carla need to see regarding this court? See, we've got ask for an answer. There's still back and forth going on between the parties. Angels and Spirit, please show me, when can Carla expect the court case to be finished? They want you to focus on best case scenario, okay? Not worst case scenario. Our legal teams are usually very good at managing our expectations, but unfortunately they can give you, the worst case scenario, and then you're in a state of panic the whole time. Yeah, it's not great when they do that. Show me, what does Carla need to see about this court case? Yeah, I'm getting August. I feel like it could all be wrapped up by August. Okay. Promotion from work. Okay, let me have a look. Hey, Mickey from Texas. I was in Texas back in August. It was so hot, but I loved it. Hey, Lena. Let me just see. You're welcome, Carla. Eileen. Let's see if there's a promotion. I'm going to use the Animal Tarot first, and then, actually no, I'm not. I'm going to use this deck. Angels and Spirit, please show me, what does Eileen need to see regarding work? What does Eileen need to see regarding work, please? Why am I seeing ending? When it comes to a promotion, are you moving into an entirely new team? There's some kind of major change on the horizon at work. Angels and Spirit, please show me, what does Eileen need to see regarding work? You need to come up with a strategy. So really be clear about what it is that you're wanting. Like, if A, B, or C doesn't happen, what's my backup plan? Have a bit of a plan. Like, where do I want to be in 12 months' time? Where do I ideally want to be in 2 years' time? They're giving me the influence card, Eileen. So this is about the need to use your influence to change, or to bring about change. So it's talking about public speaking, having a platform of some sort. They're saying your voice and opinions are important. Use your connections to get to where you want to be. Okay. Let me just see if I can get timing. Now, bear in mind the ending card could be someone's moving on. Someone vacating a position may be necessary before you're promoted. That could be it. I'm not sure, but let me just check the timing cards. What does Eileen need to see regarding promotion? Eileen need to see regarding promotion, please? Is your birthday coming up? Yeah, I can't make this up. It could be your dad's birthday too, but since he's coming through strong. Yours or your dad's birthday is significant when it comes to a promotion, okay? All right. Hey, Jose. Oh, Sunday. Wow. Yeah, within the month. So I do feel like there is a promotion coming. Congratulations. That's good. I'm just going to get a message from the Animal Tarot, and then we're going to take a look at Lena's question. So for those of you who have just joined, Eileen has made a donation. So we're doing a little bit of a longer reading. I do offer one card free, or if you pay the $15 to the PayPal link in the description box, I do a little bit of a mini reading for you, okay? Thank you, Day Day. You've got the Sun card. So this is about recognition. This is about success on the horizon for you. So I do feel like your opinions and your ideas are going to receive recognition and lead to that promotion. The card is saying your plans or your strategy will work out well, bringing you happiness, prosperity, and success. You will garner the recognition for your accomplishments that you so richly deserve. Now, isn't it so funny that you got this strategy card with the chess pieces on it? And I said, make sure you're very clear about where you want to be in 12 months time, 2 years time. You've got the Knight of Pentacles, which is all about the need to plan. You know, you see usually on the Knight of Pentacles a horse that's not moving. It's the need to think about the next step before, you know, taking any action. And my mum always said to me, if you fail to plan, plan to fail. So make sure your steps in your career are strategic. Like, don't just move sideways for the sake of change. You know, make sure you utilize your connections wisely, have a strategy and stick to it. What do you want your personal brand to be? Stick to that, okay? And make sure any career moves are actually in alignment with where you want to go. And you've got the Ace of Swords, and this is a card about victory and success. So I really like this. But it's also about the need to be in alignment and the need for clarity about where you're going, okay? But the Ace of Swords is saying implementation of your brilliant new idea may get off to a rocky start, but keep going. The challenges will help you refine your plan and reshape your goals into something even better. You are most welcome. Thank you, Joel. Okay, so who was next? It was Lena. Let me know, Lena, if you're still here. You want to know if Johnny and you will be together in the future. Okay. I want to use the tarot. We're going to use this deck here. Right, Angels and Spirit, please show me, what does Lena need to see regarding her and Johnny? What does Lena need to see regarding her and Johnny, please? Ooh, I hate to say it, but I'm an honest reader, Lena. We've got the Eight of Cups. This is about moving on. This is about turning your back and going, okay, once upon a time it worked. It might have made you quite happy, but now it's time to move in a new direction. Eight of Cups is leaving. Eight of Cups is, if you're honest with yourself, you came to the end of the road with this relationship and there's something better available. You don't want to settle for Eight of Cups. You want 10 of Cups, which is the pinnacle card for personal fulfillment, and it's your happily ever after. So there could have just been something missing between you and Johnny, and they want you to move in a new direction. I can't lie to you. So let me just get a message from this deck for you. Liam, yes, I'm single because I'm picky. I've had some pretty crappy relationships in the past, and life is too short to be in any more crappy relationships. The next relationship is hopefully my last, because I'm not any spring chicken anymore. Like I'm getting on. So no more idiots for me. Hello, Sean. Okay, let me see. Lena. Okay, let's see. What does Lena need to see? What is the guidance for Lena? Yeah, they're wanting you to walk into a new direction, because There's a lot more happiness in that direction. Sometimes we hold on out of fear that we're never going to meet someone as good as Johnny, you know, but it's just simply not true. You've got a card that says a blessing of some sort needs to manifest, and it may be a type of relationship you've never experienced before. This gift is essential to your continued spiritual progress, which benefits you and all beings. To be able to receive it, some form of toxic negativity needs to be conquered. So if you're honest with yourself, maybe that connection, it run its course. It's run its course because there were toxic elements in it, okay? So have the courage to move in a new direction. Hello, Mark. Nice to see you. Hi, Liam in South Australia. Is it South Australia or are you talking South Africa? I'm just assuming you're in my country. Hi, Kiki. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Mel from Canada. Yes, very good. I'm glad. Thank you for receiving that reading as it was intended, Lena. Oh, you are in Adelaide. Great. I didn't make a false assumption. Denise, I have a question. So Denise, if you want a 1-card answer, it's free. And I'm going to get to as many people as I possibly can. But if you want something a little bit more detailed, it's $15 via PayPal, and the details are in my description box. Hi, Colleen. Something funny, guys, like I swear spirit plays tricks on me sometimes. Sometimes I go a week where I have a Lena, a Tina, a Gina, and a Trina, like back-to-back readings. And I just read Lena, and now there's a Colleen, which I'm not sure, Colleen, if you get called Lena sometimes. I just find that so funny. Hey, Joanna. Hey, Martin. Thank you, Vic. All right, so where's Denise's question? Denise is from Texas, another Texan. Very good. All right, so who's next, guys? Thank you for subscribing. Hey, Julie. So I'm just going to pluck people randomly. If you've got a question and you just want a 1-card answer, ask me the question. Or if you just want a general message, just say general. Do you really want this accent? I don't love the Australian accent, to be honest. You used to be called Lena. Colleen, that's funny. Is my eye doing better? Did I have problems with my eye? Was it me? Maybe. Hey, Florent, thank you so much. Okay, let's do a message for Day Day, who wants to know about love. Spencer, hello. All right, Day Day, let's have a look. It wasn't mine. I hope you're not making a prediction, because I don't really need any problems with my health at the moment. Okay, let's have a look. All right, Day Day. What does Day Day need to see about love? Day Day, you need to drink more water. I'm getting really parched while I read for you, and I feel like you might be having low blood pressure issues, because I'm starting to get a little bit clammy, like that feeling you get when maybe you've had a coffee but you haven't eaten for hours and hours, and your body's just like, I need a drink of water and I need something to eat quick. Like that's kind of like a low blood pressure attack is what I'm feeling. Sorry, PayPal just logged me out. Just 1 second. I need to get the code. Ah, PayPal is so annoying. Just bear with me a second. Yeah, and I'm still feeling that. I'm still feeling that cold sweat type feeling. Angels and Spirit, please show me, what does Day Day need to see regarding love? And I'm seeing the number 3 and 4 really strongly. So I don't know if this is a reference to your birthday. You could be born on the 3rd of the 4th, but the numbers 3 and 4 are really significant. Communication might be an issue in your love life. So let's see, what are these cards saying? You've got, maybe like you have a tendency of obsessing, like when you're really interested in someone, they consume your mind. You can't think of anything else. You can't focus on anything else, because the first card to come out was you need an interruption from what's going on in your life. Divert your mind by giving back. So if you're obsessing about anything, now it could even be, just say you're single. Sometimes we can be obsessed about finding a relationship and it's all we can think about. And then we have this tunnel vision, but we're also in a poverty mindset. We feel like love is lacking in our life and we'll do anything just to get some and keep some. And so we're putting out the wrong energy. So Spirit is saying you need an interruption. Maybe you need to focus on something else. And you've got a card that says growth is getting very clear on the ways that you block your own blessings. For example, if you're coming from a poverty mindset and you feel like love is lacking in your life, you could sabotage connections by wanting to lock it in and suffocating the other person. Now, this is an example. This may not be you, but I'm just telling you, think about what tends to happen in your love life. Break the cycle, break the pattern, because you're getting in your own way. And when I said to you, communication could be a bit of an issue when it comes to love generally for you, you've got a card that says clarification of our own and the other person's feelings effectively deals with 85% of all conflicts. So there's a need for you to stop kind of assuming the other person knows what you're angry about or what you're stressed about. Talk about what's going on for you, and don't forget to reaffirm the other person, because without them, you'd be suffering. Okay, so hopefully that resonated with you. I think someone just made payment. Let me just check before I move on to the next person. We've got Ebony. Thank you, Ebony. Let's see what you would like to know about today. I haven't seen Ebony come up, so let me just... I'm just scrolling back to see where you are. Thank you, Martin. All right, so I'm just waiting for Ebony to come through. I never said it was a substitute. I don't know what you're talking about. But thanks for that observation. Jenny, hello. I love the preachers that come on here. It's like, dude, thanks for your unsolicited opinion. Okay. While I'm waiting for Ebony, I might do Joanna. What's the most likely outcome of me and Michael? Sean asks, how long have I been doing this? Professionally since 2017. And I never planned on doing tarot readings, to be honest. I studied communications and law, and my parents were like, what are you doing? But like, it was a passion of mine, and I had people beating down my door for reading. So I was like, I think this is what I'm supposed to be doing. All right, Joanna, let's have a look. Where is this going between you and Michael? You say communication is bumpy. I'm getting stagnant energy with the Chariot in the reverse. It's like you're moving in different directions. They're wanting you, perhaps there's a lesson to be learned for you in this connection about stronger boundaries. We've got the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Queen of Swords in the upright is about boundaries. It's about drawing a line in the sand. It's about being very clear about what you will and won't tolerate. And maybe, Joanna, you didn't do that initially with Michael, and so the lines were blurred. And it could have been a bit of a situationship where you didn't know where you stood with Michael. He probably exploited the fact that there wasn't clear parameters. Okay, so let me know if that resonates with you. Let's see, 8 of Cups. I see you walking in a new direction, okay? All right. I'm just going to get rid of some people that don't belong in this. Let me see. I'm not sure. It's not clear whether you'll be the one to walk away or Michael, because the 8 of Cups, it's kind of ambiguous on that point, but it's not going anywhere as far as the tarot is concerned. We've got Ebony here. Where should my child look? I don't know. Can you clarify that question, Ebony? Because I don't know which deck to use. Like, should I use the location deck? I'm going to start with the general career deck just to see what guidance comes through. Ebony's daughter. What is the guidance for Ebony's daughter when it comes to her Lord career, please? Let me just see what comes through. I'm going to use that first question and just go where Spirit guides me in terms of the decks to use, okay? So let me see. Ebony's daughter. We've got fast changes. So this is good. I feel like there could be opportunities coming in quite quickly. Spirit, please show me, what does Ebony's daughter need to see regarding her law career? Is she currently working somewhere right now? I feel like that's coming to an end quite quickly. What does Ebony's daughter need to see regarding her law career, please? They're saying she needs to be guided by her passion. So for example, if she's passionate about family law, she needs to pursue something or pursue a law firm which will allow her to focus on family law. No good staying in a job that really doesn't give you that satisfaction. I feel like she's a very passionate person, and Spirit is saying don't waste any time in dead-end jobs. Follow your true passion, and it's fine to experiment, but don't settle for less than what you truly deserve. That is the guidance. Okay. Oh my God. Why are we getting like really crazy people? Honestly, I just don't need it. Okay. Okay, bye ABC, you're a loser. Go and find time, fill your time doing something else. I don't need you on my channel. Thank you, goodbye. Okay, back to Ebony. Sorry for all the interruptions. They are showing me the connections card, so do use your professional network to get to where you want to be. You know, contact people who can help you or who can open doors for you. I am seeing there's some kind of indication that if your daughter finds work that doesn't fulfill her, she won't stay there long. That's what I'm getting with the fast changes next to short term. So she will find her feet. There's no need to get down about, you know, not being where she wants to be. Okay, just she will find her feet. Thanks, Denise. So we've got Jessica after Ebony, and then we have Denise, okay? I've got Jessica's question on my PayPal here. Let's see, angels and spirit, please show me what is Ebony's daughter's guidance when it comes to her law career. What is Ebony's daughter's guidance? Yeah, so this card says, even if a situation is causing you pain and it appears to be under the control of someone else, use your spiritual power to free yourself. So again, if she's not happy in a job, she should get out and she will find another job quite quickly. Don't get disheartened if you don't get immediately accepted when you apply for a job. The guidance is, with someone not choosing you, don't try to change their mind. Just let it keep moving so that you can make space for a better opportunity, a more suited opportunity, okay? You've got a positive twist of fate and a windfall of good fortune is destined. So your daughter's got brightness and hope on the horizon, but she needs to focus on what she wants, not on what's going on, okay? Yeah, she's being called to move out of resentment. Because sometimes we are removed from situations that we in our mind think was an ideal situation. That was the plan. We always envisioned going in this direction. But sometimes Spirit's like, no. We want you over here. And I feel like there's a situation going on right now in your daughter's career, almost like a blessing in disguise. And Spirit is saying, any pain that you're experiencing now is actually so much less than what would have taken root if certain circumstances were allowed to continue. So that's what I'm getting. And I'm just going to do one more deck to see if we can get any further information about where, like what area of law your daughter should be pursuing, okay? Angels and Spirit, please show me what area of law should Ebony's daughter be pursuing, please? I don't know if she's interested in environmental law or if she enjoys advocating for animals, because animals have come out. Now, isn't that interesting? Because we also have the rabbit here. So I'm seeing animals. I don't know if she's also considered like entertainment law, like reviewing contracts. Show me the area of law that Ebony's daughter should, whoa, okay, one second. Okay, look, we've got Avenger. So this is advocating for people without a voice. I'm getting entertainment law with these two cards here. Because this is about performing. So let me know if that makes sense. All right, let's have a look. We've got, is Jess here? Jessica? You want to know what's coming in for love? All right, you've got love, business. Okay, we'll see if we can do both. Let's have a look. Just bear with me a second. We're going to use the tarot for what's coming in love. Thank you, Yogesh. So nice. Let me know what your question is and I will do your reading after. Who was the last person to donate? It was Denise. Sorry, Denise, you're after Jessica, okay? What's coming up for Jessica when it comes to love, please? What's coming up for Jessica? What's coming up for Jessica in love? Ooh, you do have someone coming up. You've got the King of Cups. This could be a water sign. It doesn't have to be. It could just be someone who's quite sensitive and emotionally intelligent. Show me what's coming up for Jessica, please, Spirit. What is coming up for Jessica in love? Oh my gosh, you got the Ace of Cups. These cards are really good. So this is a new beginning in love. I love this. Pretty positive. So let's see if we can get any further information about the person. I'm getting they're quite expressive. I feel like this person is quite expressive. Like you won't be guessing about this person's feelings for you. They're very open. Who's coming in for Jessica, please, Spirit? Who's coming in for Jessica? Someone really mature. So when I do love readings, I don't love seeing pages and knights because it kind of suggests that there's work to do. Everyone's a work in progress. Everyone could use improvement. But when I see kings, they're the best versions of themselves. They know who they are and where they're going. They're not going to waste your time. Hi, V. Hey, Lewis. So this person is mature. And he might have like a leadership role where he works. Who's coming in for Jessica, please, Spirit? He's not going to play games with you, is what I'm hearing. I don't know if he works in the legal field because we've got revolutionist. And it's talking about justice and a pursuer of welfare. So he's quite a passionate person. He's passionate about certain causes. Show me, please, who's coming in for Jessica when it comes to love. I feel like there's some kind of connection with music. And this person's really smart. I'm getting, they're at the top of their field. We've got genius. We also have architect. So I don't know if this person works in, like I know I just said they could work in legal stuff, like with the justice card, but it could be compliance, like building, like big buildings, and are they compliant structurally? Something like that. Could be structural engineer. Something like that. Yeah, there's some kind of connection with music. We've got singer and bard. And we also have careerist. So someone who's very successful in their career. They have like a strong vision, strong aspirations. Quite an ambitious person is what I'm getting, okay? Now let's have a look at your business. We're going to just do the business deck that I've got. And it's buried, but I've just got it. All right, let's have a look. Sorry, so many cards surrounding me. I get overwhelmed. Okay. What does Jessica need to see regarding her small business? What's the guidance for Jessica regarding her small business, please? I don't know if you're in the early stages of building your business, because I'm seeing things like trademarks, logo. Hang on, I'm just looking to see if you had a more specific question. No. Okay. You've got co-founders as well. So it says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Being a solo founder works for simple ventures, but complicated or innovative ones benefit from the motivation, labor, and diverse skill sets brought by co-founders. Caution, decide like you would a marriage. It says, which areas of your business are most important now? Who do you trust with needed skills? And would they be better as an advisor, an employee, or a contractor, or a silent partner? Okay. But they're saying logos are the graphic extension of the internal realities of a company. Good logos are simple and have meaningful attention paid to every detail, from the shape to colors. Look up logo crowdsourcing if you want to receive ideas from many designers. Who is smart and creative and can offer feedback on your ideas? And what holes need to be filled between your company name and tagline to communicate your value proposition? Okay, interesting. Right. I do feel like you're going to get approval, and I want you to start acting as if the approval's already been granted. Think about how you're going to design the shop, what colors you're going to use to draw in customers, and who do you want to bring on board as possibly like a silent partner or a co-founder. And I do feel like your business will grow from word of mouth mostly. Encourage that as well. So encourage people to share your business on social channels, write you a Google review, things like that. And you've got competition here. It says you can't look at competition and say you're going to do it better. You have to look at the competition and say you're going to do it differently. So what's your business's point of difference? And also track your competitors and see if you can be more niche, okay? Or you might want to team up with them and convert them into business partners. Where can you absorb their talent, ideas, or market share? Hey, Noel. Nice to see you. Hey, Megan. Okay, I'm Australian, actually. So my next reading is Denise. Denise has been patiently waiting. Thank you, Denise. And thank you for your donation. You want to know if your ex-husband will look for you again and ask you to come back. Let's have a look. You know I'm an honest reader, so please don't expect me to say a certain thing. I'm going to tell you what the cards say, okay? I just don't want people to get disappointed because, you know, some readers will just tell you what you want to hear. I'm not one of those. Okay, let's have a look. What can Denise expect in the future when it comes to her ex-husband? Angels and Spirit, please show me what can Denise expect in the near future when it comes to her ex-husband, please. Okay. Interesting that these cards fell out of their own accord. So you've got the Hierophant, which is about marriage and commitment, but it's also a card about values. You've got the Seven of Cups in the reverse. This is saying, like, either you or your husband, you felt like you had no choice but to end the marriage. Maybe you just couldn't see eye to eye on important things. Maybe your cultural background was just too different, because sometimes the Hierophant can talk about, you know, your family background, your cultural background, the way that you were brought up. So someone felt like they had no other choice. And then you've got the Three of Wands in the reverse, which I feel like is your advice. Your advice is not to put your life on hold, stop waiting and hoping that he's going to come back. That's as clear as I can be. That's the only way to interpret the Three of Wands. It's stop waiting. Let's see what else I get. Maybe your husband needed to accept a job overseas and it became geographically impossible So you had to end the marriage. Something like that. That could be what I was kind of seeing. Look, then they're saying that it's never going to be resurrected. Judgment in the reverse. This is a card about second chances when it's in the upright position. But when you see the Judgment card in the reverse, it's saying it's not going to be revived. You need to forgive what happened, forgive yourself, forgive the other person, and move forward. I'm going to get some oracle messages for you. We're going to use this deck. Angels and Spirit, please show me, what does Denise need to see regarding her ex-husband? What does Denise need to see regarding her ex-husband? Well, we've got 2 5s. I don't feel like that. Let's rephrase this. I feel like there was a lack of support within the marriage. You've got a card that says, don't allow someone to shoot down in flames an idea that you feel strongly about. Claim your right to live your life as you choose. Remember, you got the 7 of Cups in the reverse. Someone felt like they had no choice. Maybe within the marriage, you felt like you had to live your life a certain way and you had no other choice. And in doing that, you were compromising your own values to keep the relationship. But Spirit is saying, don't lose hope when faced with obstacles or opposition. Stay determined. Just because you're not going to be able to resurrect the marriage doesn't mean you're never going to find love again. So you got a card that says, be willing to let go of control. Sometimes we think we know what would make us happy. And we kind of signal to the universe that we know best. The universe doesn't know best. So we know that that's not true. So that's why they're saying, be willing to let go of control. You're in a purification cycle. What's a purification cycle? It's about releasing what no longer serves us. It's about clearing our energy, clearing our narratives. This card says some things, even beloved things or hoped for outcomes, for example, reuniting with the ex, may need to be swept away to make room for what's next instead. Okay. So let's see. What else does Denise need to see? And then we're going to move on to, there was someone else that made a donation before, who's the next one? Colleen. So I will be doing that person next. What does Denise need to see, please, Spirit? What does Denise need to see? Yeah, I definitely feel like within the relationship, you felt like you had to be compliant. You got a card that says people around us try to mold us into what they think is best for us and them. And we often comply in an effort to feel accepted, loved, and safe. When we deny ourselves and our feelings as a result, we're not being authentic. We're working with illusion, and we can't get anywhere when we work with illusion. So face and work with what is real. I want you to let go of regret, because regret can cause serious illness. We should not regret the past, because regretting it, we're subconsciously trying to change it. And this is an enormous waste of energy, which our body tries to block or overcorrect with an illness on the physical level. This is from Joe Dispenza. Okay? Accept the past so that regrets do not provoke illness. By your ex not coming back into your life, Spirit is helping you, because the next card says you're being diverted from unnecessary obstacles and suffering. You may be anxious to figure out everything, how everything must happen and when, but Spirit wants you to instead relax and trust the process. Okay? They're wanting you to rediscover yourself. Be alone for a while and and get to know yourself again and live life according to your own terms, because you've got a card that says find what brings you joy and start living it. And then you'll have fulfilled your purpose. I feel like you've been living according to someone else's rules and expectations for too long, and you've forgotten what would actually make you happy. I hope that that was resonant for you, Denise. Yes, it was Yogesh next. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Let me just scroll back to your question. Do you have a question, Yogesh? I don't think you posted a question. If you could just repeat it for me, that would really, really help. Oh my gosh, I just said help in like a Melburnian accent, which is not ideal. There's always been like a rivalry between Sydney and Melbourne. So anyway, just a bit of Australiana trivia for you guys. Colleen wants to know about what she should do about the relationship with Chris. Okay, we'll do you next. Hey, Nicole. I know I normally do my live readings on Facebook, but I don't know what's going on with the Facebook algorithm. Like, people that have been following me on Facebook since 2017 aren't getting notified when I'm going live. So I just thought, you know what, I'll come onto YouTube then. So that is why I am here. Yogesh says, so I have a situation in which I don't know my girlfriend, is it Cerise, broke up with me and ghosted me. Oh, that's not very nice. Let's have a look. We're going to use the Shadow Love Oracle cards. We'll see what her next move is using the tarot as well. Oh, thanks, Nicole. Good to see you on here. Okay, Yogesh. What does Yogesh need to see regarding Cerise? What does Yogesh need to see? Oh, you got being burned. Definitely. So Cerise has burned you. But you might be dealing with an avoidant. So I don't know if Cerise runs away. Instead of, trying to resolve a conflict in a healthy way, instead of, addressing an issue like an adult and sitting down and having a conversation, I feel like it's easier for her to just run. All right, let's have a look. Oh, so she's been burned. Okay, I got it. So she's afraid of being intimate again. When I say intimate, I don't mean like physically. There was a third-party situation, and I'm on my way to communicate with her while driving and listening to your reading. Okay, let's have a look. So things are up in the air, and I feel like that's how she wants to leave it right now. So don't push for an answer, okay? If you're dealing with someone that runs away, if you pressure someone to make a decision when they're not ready to make a decision, they're just going to shut the door. Do you know what I mean? So she doesn't want to make solid plans. She doesn't want to give you a straight up answer. You're dealing with someone who's quite flighty. Okay, so let me just see what else I can get. The two of you do trigger each other. Okay, we've got deadly combo and it's got explosive, but I'm not getting explosive so much as maybe the two of you bring out the trust issues in each other. Maybe you don't bring out the best versions of each other, just saying, okay? Let's see if I can get advice. We're going to use this deck, actually. Okay, let's have a look. What does Yogesh need to see? All right, the two of you need to realize that you're never distressed for the reasons that you think. So when you're triggered, usually it's stuff coming up from the past that has nothing to do with the other person. So there's a need to recognize how much of your current pain is really coming from past situations, probably most of it. Now, there's a card that says our heart can only be broken if we're rigid in our expectations and rules about how the other person should be. And I see this all the time. It's especially if you've been burned and you've got lingering trust issues, you're bringing baggage into the current relationship and it's like doomed to fail. Okay, I'm not saying that you in particular and this specific situation is doomed to fail, but we need to clear that baggage. We need to be able to just let it go before we taint relationships with the same crap. Let's put it that way. So instead of, you and the other person demanding that the other person need to act a certain way, otherwise this is not going to work because I can't, have the past repeat itself. That's not how relationships work. We have to take the other person as they are. We also, if we can't trust the other person, what's the point? So it's saying, let go of your need for the other person to act a certain way so that you can move forward. We can't be dictating to the other person. No, you can't go out with your friends on the weekend because I don't feel comfortable with that. That's no way of having a relationship. So I'm just saying, love each other in a way that makes you feel free. And remember that saying, if you love someone, set them free. If they come back, they're yours. If they don't, they never were. No good kind of being in a codependent, toxic connection where the two of you feel like you have to live in each other's pockets in order to feel safe and in control of the relationship. I hope that was helpful. If you want this relationship to work, give it some breathing room, let the dust settle, and don't try to force the relationship because, as I said, you're dealing with someone quite flighty. Okay. All right, so the next person was Colleen. What should I know and do about the relationship with Chris? Let's have a look. We're going to ask the tarot first. I'm gonna get your energy first, Colleen, then we're gonna have a look at Chris's energy. Angels and Spirit, please show me what's going on for Colleen. Show me Colleen's energy within this connection with Chris. Show me Colleen's energy, please. What is Colleen's energy when it comes to Chris and this connection? What is Colleen's energy when it comes to Chris? Clarify the 2 3s, please. What is this 2 3s? There's someone from your past that seems to be lingering. Now, I don't know if you're allowing some kind of past interference, but we've got the Judgment in the reverse. It could be just that you haven't let go of someone, and it could be on a very subconscious level. But the first card for you was the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse, and then we got the 3 of Cups next to the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Now, whenever I see the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, it feels like you can't move forward with something and give it a chance because of some third-party energy, okay? So I don't know who this is. It could be an ex, but you've got 2 3s plus the Judgment card in the reverse. So let me have a look. Let me look at Chris's energy. Show me what is going on for Chris in this connection with Colleen, please. What's going on for Chris when it comes to Colleen, please, Spirit? What is going on for Chris? What's going on for Chris, please? All right. He's coming up as the King of Wands in the reverse, which is a little bit concerning. Whenever I see the King of Wands in the reverse, it usually means a man that kind of lacks direction. And what happens when you have a man who either doesn't really know where he's headed or doesn't know what he wants, how can he provide leadership for the connection? How can he kind of steer this relationship and keep it on track? You have a manipulative ex. Okay. Okay. All right. He could still be wreaking havoc in ways that you're not aware of. He's in contact with my uncle still. Okay. This could be like creating gossip. I'm not sure, but just be aware. Show me, what does Colleen need to see regarding Chris? So with the King of Wands in reverse, he may just not know where he wants to take this connection. And you've got the Fool in the reverse. Is he in Aries? Because King of Wands and the Fool, he could be strong Aries in his chart. The Fool in the reverse would be some trust issues, or he's just not ready to take a leap of faith and take this relationship with you to the next level. Okay. Angels and Spirit, please show me, what does Chris want with Colleen, please? What does Chris want? What does Chris want with Colleen? Do you feel like you're doing most of the giving within this relationship? Perhaps you're doing the emotional heavy lifting. Because we've got the Six of Pentacles here. It's almost like he wants to give the bare minimum and get the benefits of a relationship without the actual commitment and responsibility. Okay. Angels and Spirit, please show me, what does Chris want within this connection? What does Chris want within this connection with Colleen, please, Spirit? Vic thinks that Leos are the best sign. Uh-oh, you're kicking off a major debate here. Personally, I think Scorpios rule, but that's just me. What does Chris want? Kind of feel like he's a little bit half-hearted here. I don't feel like he's ready to commit is the guidance that I'm getting here. And he's not very direct when it comes to his communication. So he won't really, like, Libras are typical for telling you what you want to hear because they don't want to disappoint. Angels and Spirit, please show me. It could be also he hasn't fully gotten over, there he is, the King of Swords. He's coming through with the Six of Cups in the reverse, so it could be he's still a little bit nostalgic about a previous relationship of his as well, which is why he's just neither here nor there about this particular connection. So I'm going to do the timing cards and see whether you can expect clarity about where this is going and when. Okay, let's see, Colleen. Yes, I feel we flip-flopped where he was giving more at the beginning. Yep. I hate that, don't you? Like when they are so inconsistent and they give you, it's like they awaken something within the woman, and the woman, you know, feels safe enough to let her guard down and maybe even fall in love with the person. And then they just up and leave, or they just ghost. Like that's what I'm finding a lot these days. I just don't know what the hell is going on. Let's see. When can Colleen expect clarity when it comes to this connection with Chris? I feel like things might have started to change in the month of March. Okay. Is Chris planning a move? Like, is he planning to move home? Angels and Spirit, please show me. When can Colleen expect? Within a month. They're saying within a month. You'll have clarity about whether this is going anywhere. Angels and Spirit, please show me. So I'm getting June. Let's see. Yes, potentially across country. So he's not committing to you because he's considering a move. All right, so that's what I'm getting. And that's hard because I've been there. You know, I was really keen on someone before Christmas, and he was coming through as a King of Wands in the reverse, and I just knew that I couldn't rely on him because he didn't know where he was going to be situated. He didn't have a plan for himself, and you can't expect commitment from someone like that. So the timing's a bit off. Yeah, then I would say withdraw from that connection, Colleen, because you could be quite hurt. Trust your intuition when it comes to him, okay? Let's see. Yogesh, I'm Scorpio and she is Aquarius. Let me know if you have another question, Yogesh. I would like to know if we are going to reconcile. Okay, let's have a look at her next move towards you. Okay, let's see. Angels and Spirit, please show me what is her next move towards Yogesh. What is her next move towards Yogesh, please, Spirit? I do feel like there is a good chance that the two of you can work things out. But my advice to you right now is to give her a wide berth. Yeah, we've got the Empress. There's potential for growth here and there's strong attraction. What did you say? You're Scorpio and she is, did you say Aquarius? Let me just see. Sorry, one second. Oh, we've got Sarah next. Thank you, Sarah. And she is Aquarius. Okay, cool. Well, we've got the Knight of Cups and we've got the King of Cups. So what is this? It's progression. The Knight goes to the King. So slowly. Give her a wide berth, not only because she's an Aquarius and they typically are very independent and they like their freedom, but she's triggered right now, okay? So as I said to you, if you kind of push anything or apply any pressure right now, she's going to run the other way. So, but it does look quite positive for the future. Look, Six of Wands in the reverse would be to pull back. If the Six of Wands is about attention, and it's usually about victory, and sometimes it can mean a homecoming. In this particular scenario, I feel like withdraw your energy because she'll feel it. She'll feel the distance, the emotional distance. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is a new beginning. So maybe you could just say, look, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. If you change your mind, I might be here and we can see where it goes from there. Like, be a little bit distant, be a little bit flippant. I'm going to pull one more advice card for you. Angels and Spirit, please show me. Yeah, let her take the wheel. Look at that. Let her take the wheel. It says step back and let them take the wheel. Trust that they're taking you where you want to go. Show them that you have faith in the relationship, in their relationship decisions too. So she wants to travel at her pace. Don't be jealous or compete with anyone. Look at that. I know Scorpio, because I'm a Scorpio, we can get jealous. But it says it's not helpful and can grow old and exhausting over time. Jealousy is an internal battle, so take steps to get to know and work on yourself. One more card for Yogesh, please, Spirit. Yep. You got a card that says, have no expectations. This card says, don't be too concerned with finding love. Let love find you. So it's about needing to take on the approach. If it's meant to be, it will be. You're not forcing anything. You're not pushing anything. You're not trying to convince someone that they should choose you. None of that. This card says, careful not to try to turn every first date into an opportunity. Remember what I said to you before. She wants to keep things up in the air. She doesn't want to label anything. She doesn't want anything solid right now. So don't expect every coffee meeting to turn into a commitment. just go with the flow is what my advice would be to you, okay? I don't know what the hell people are on about today. Like, I'm just gonna hide this user because what the hell? Okay. Hey, Philomene. Oh, hey, Sarah. How you doing? Nice to see you. Okay, so it was you that donated. Awesome. What is your question for me? Oh my gosh. I accidentally unblocked and I was like, oh, here we go. But then he just commented again and I was able to get rid of that person. Thanks, Hounds of Business. So I'm just waiting for Sarah's question. Philomena, I don't know what your actual name is because I know you go by Philomena ever since I've done readings for you, and yeah, I'm never sure what I'm calling you. All right, what's coming towards you in love? Let's have a look. Yogesh, I'm not sure. Usually I do lives like once or twice a week, but I don't normally come at this particular time. But follow me on Facebook. I only have one account on Facebook, and there's a couple of copycat accounts, so be careful. I don't have a blue tick, but just look for the one that has about 7,500 followers on Facebook. Brittany's Psychic Tarot, and then I often go live on there. Okay, so Philomena wants to know what's coming towards you in love. Let's have a look. I'm going to use the tarot first. Are you single, not talking to anyone at the moment, I'm assuming? Angels and Spirit, please show me. It looks like you're single. You could be waiting to hear from someone from your past, I'm not sure, but you've got the Three of Wands, which is waiting. And then we have the Strength card, which is another card about patience. So maybe it's been a little bit of a dry spell for you. Okay. Thanks for confirming that. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look. What's coming up for Philomena in the near future? We're going to get timing as well, so don't worry. But I do feel because the Strength card came out, I feel like the Leo season, which is late July, it starts. That's when you're going to meet someone, I feel. Okay, this is interesting. You got the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like this is about you focusing on yourself for now. I feel like money could be quite good. I don't know if you're thinking about changing your work situation, because sometimes when I see the Queen of Pentacles, she could actually work wherever she wants. So if you're envisioning maybe moving or something like that, or just working remotely, I don't know if that's something that you've considered, but look, focus on yourself and your own goals right now. You do have commitment coming up in the near future because the Hierophant is here. Yeah, work seems to be the focus right now with the Eight of Pentacles. And see how there's a house on this card. Normally you don't see the house in the traditional Rider-Waite for the Eight of Pentacles, but there's something about your living situation. You love your job, okay, but your living situation and your money seem to be highlighted right now, seem to be the focus. Oh my gosh, why are we getting weird people today? Go away. Let's see. What's coming up for Philomena in love, please, Spirit? Oh, you got the Ace of Cups. This is good. But you know what this is? This is about being fulfilled within yourself and your lifestyle. If you aren't particularly happy with where you're at in life, then plan something to look forward to. This could be a trip. It just could be, you know, changing your environment for a bit, getting out, doing something different, and filling up your own cup. Because that's what's going to lead to love, because when you can exude love, you're a magnet for it, right? Okay, let's see. What is coming up for Philomena? I do feel like that Ace of Cups is a good omen, though, for new love coming your way. What's coming up for Philomena in love? You've got a King of Wands coming up. So this could be a fire sign. But again, that lion, it seems to be a reference to Leo season. What's coming up for Philomena in love, please? I feel like you're going through a bit of a spiritual awakening right now. Yeah, it's like an old cycle has come to an end and you're moving into a new love era, which is much nicer, okay? Hey, Fatima. Hey, Mickey. Look at that, Four of Wands. Not only is this a card about living situations and foundations, like laying down roots, this is a relationship in the near future, okay, within 4 months. All right, so I like this. Strong Leo energy coming through. Let's see if I can get any... No, we're going to do timing. We're going to do timing. I'm going to use a different timing deck than I would normally for you. When can Philomena expect? Look, it's worth waiting for. So don't just settle for the first person that comes in and shows interest in you. Make sure that they're in alignment with the vision that you have for the type of relationship that you want. I can't make this up. I cannot make this up. Leo season. You got patience required in a few weeks. So you could meet this person in a few weeks and then a relationship is established by Leo season, but it's definitely within 6 months. So it could be a slow and steady building towards a commitment, okay, because that's why you've got patience required. It could be with this pregnant lady, it could be that this person's lifestyle is a little bit in flux, and you know, they keep showing me things like the Four of Wands. Maybe they're moving, maybe they're in a period of transition, but once they're a little bit more settled, then they can offer you a more stable relationship. Hey, Carlos. That's what I'm being shown. You know what? I wanted to see what this person did, but they're saying no. Sometimes if I get too granular with the details about the person, it's not good, because I could be sending you unconsciously or accidentally, I could be sending you on a bit of a wild goose chase where you're looking for the person that fits those qualities. And imagine if that led to you choosing the wrong person. I would never forgive myself. So please forgive me. I'm not going to go into the granular details about what this person does for work, what they look like. They're guiding me to an advice deck. So I'm going to go where I'm guided. So what is Philomena's advice, please? What is Philomena's advice? Do you have a bad back at the moment? The middle of my back is kind of tense. They're wanting you to focus on business and other priorities right now. Don't focus on love right now. Just give yourself between now and just give yourself a month. Don't even think about love, because they're saying you need an interruption from what's going on in your life. That is also reaffirming what I said to you before, which is about go and do something different, plan a new adventure, get out of your usual routine. Now, I want you to also be very, very conscious about your thoughts when it comes to love and when it comes to men generally. What's the narrative that you're telling yourself and other people? Because you have a card here that says, if you tell yourself something long enough, you'll believe it. So for example, if you say all men are cheaters, you'll start to believe that, and then you are going to let that become a self-fulfilling prophecy in your life where you'll never meet a man who could be loyal. So be very, very careful about what you're telling yourself. If you fail to take the time to question why you think the way that you do, or why you behave the way you do. You can become convinced that you can't do anything else. So just bear that in mind. Then, yeah, you've got a card that says, see the good in everything and be open to gaining and understanding. Ask yourself, is this worth fighting for? That's the approach you should take when you meet someone new. When you're dating, choose to give someone the benefit of the doubt within reason. Try to be open to understanding where that person is coming from, but when they show you that it's too hard, it's probably not worth fighting for. You're going to need to fine-tune your boundaries and what you're willing to tolerate between now and when you meet this person, okay? I hope that that makes sense. So see the good in everything and be open to gaining understanding, so getting to know someone. And then it's clear whether or not you find the connection to be worth fighting for or not. Okay? So let me just see. So guys, I've already been on for an hour and 40 minutes. I'm not going to do any more free readings. This is going to be a last call for any of you who want a $15 reading, and my details are in the description box. This is going to be like a final call, so I'll give it another minute or so. Just got to sign back into PayPal for the 5th time. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, we've got Christina here. Hey, Christina, nice to see you. So Christina has paid for a reading. Let me just see if we have a question. All right, I'm just waiting for Christina's question. Okay. Okay. Hey Christina, where can I find new friends? Okay, great question. Let me see. We're going to use this deck here. I always say, if you want to meet like-minded people, just do activities that, hi Isaac, nice to see you. Thank you so much. Be proactive in finding activities that make you feel good, that you enjoy. So for example, if you like playing tennis, go and join the local tennis club, speak to the person in charge and say, look, I don't really have anyone that would like to play tennis, but maybe you could give my details to someone who is looking for a tennis partner. Or just go to a community event, like say, if you like sound bowl healing, like those sound baths, which I love. By the way, I don't know why I had my music on in the background and then it just stopped. I'm going to turn that back on. I went to a local sound bath down at Bondi Pavilion, where like randomly you bring a towel and you lie down and you listen to that beautiful sound, and some people fall asleep to the music. It's quite funny because you're in this small room with just strangers, and then next to you someone's snoring, but I enjoy that. So you could find friends doing those activities. Maybe a run club if you enjoy being working on your fitness, maybe the local gym. But activities that you enjoy generally is the best way to meet new friends. But if you're a little bit restricted because of, say, your children, it might not work so much for you. So let me see, where can Christina meet new friends? Where can Christina meet new friends? Maybe you want to take your kids down to the local park, and there could be, you know, parents there wanting to start a conversation with you. If you enjoy reading, you could try a book club. Like, I love reading. I'm obsessed with romantasy stuff at the moment. Look, with this card, it says window, but it kind of looks like she could even be on her phone. She doesn't even, she's not carrying a phone, but when I glanced at the card, that's what came to my mind. If you have local community groups on Facebook, you could do a post about yourself and say, hey, I'm new to the area. I'm a mum of 2. I'm looking to just meet people who are interested in going to coffee every now and then, or coming to walk the dog, or just do simple activities. If you're interested in connecting, shoot me a message, something like that, you know. Okay, where? Oh, something serious is going on outside. Just bear with me a second. Where can Christina meet new friends, please? You've got rendezvous point. It says meeting place, convergence. In your local town, do you have like a market? Do you have markets? I don't know what this is. Hang on. I feel like you need to go to like a busier center. I don't know if where you live, you're a little bit removed from like the local shops and where people kind of congregate. I'm getting nature. I don't know if you're interested in hiking, but they're giving me the mountain. So I'm getting like people interested in nature walks, hikes. Where can Christina meet new friends? I don't know. What is this saying? I'm getting like with this card, bathroom. Do you have like a, what do you call it? A spa. A spa where you can, like, near where I live, there's this really nice spa where you can go for treatments, or you can go in the heated pool, and it's just for women. Sorry about the siren, it's hopefully about to go. I live in a really busy area and sometimes it gets a little bit crazy with the sirens. Thank you, Diane. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm getting like a spa could be good. But you know that bathroom card, it kind of also reminded me of the sound bath that I was talking to you about. Omar's in Pennsylvania. Awesome. So hopefully that helped you. I also want you to do some mirror work, like look in the mirror and tell yourself why you're a good friend. And also why you're a good friend to yourself, because when we can be a good friend to ourselves, that's when we're most likely to attract like-minded people who could be a good friend to us. So think about the qualities of a good friend. Someone who's reliable, who you can confide in, who you can trust, and when life is hard, you can go to them for whatever you need, advice, maybe a helping hand. Friends are respectful, they're supportive, they're loyal, they have your back, they make you laugh, they're there when you want to just let your hair down and go and have some fun. Thanks, Diane. No, there's no relation to Margot Robbie. I just joke that she actually looks like me because I'm older than her. But thank you. I really appreciate it. All right, guys, I think that's all we've got for the readings. Let me just double check that no one else has paid before I say goodbye, because it's been almost 2 hours on here. Thank you, Carlos. And for those of you asking about the noise, I'm actually moving, so the noises aren't going to be so bad in a month. You know what? I could explain to you why my healing work helps people, but I have a feeling you're not really interested to know. So I'm just going to block you from the channel. How about that? Goodbye. All right, guys. Thank you all for joining, and thank you. And I'll see you again soon. Okay? Bye, guys.